Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome everyone to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Cardinals will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
And you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Houck. Looking for a huge play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's talk for a minute about Louisville. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
The Wolverines are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Houck. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Really good job on the cover. Team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with the football.
The Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Working the big fella to the corner. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Trying to pick yards short of a first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play? And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking for a man, it's Houck. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Got him downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Let's go.
Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It's a bang-bang play. You're running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And there he is again, another sack, channeling his inner Aiden Hutchinson against Penn State.
And that is high praise when you start comparing somebody to Aiden Hutchinson. Michigan, year after year, they find these dudes, man. The guys that will get after the quarterback. Hey, let's go, big fella. Let's go for that record.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws for the tight end. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
And the Cardinals are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking to scramble. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Touchdown Cardinals. They went for the big play and boy, did it ever pay off. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give to the left. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin. And you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to him. Fights off a defender. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They are in danger of squandering this great field position unless they can convert this 3rd and 5. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Baker. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Wake Forest put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Deacs had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Houck. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gonna take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
You just feel like the sense of urgency is going up for this offense. Now, they haven't had that many possessions so far in the game, and because they've got no points now, it feels like the quarterback's starting to press. He's trying to make it happen on his own, taking a shot down the field. Another incompletion for this offense. They can't get anything going.
He'll take another shot here. Makes the grab down the left side. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
He wants to throw it again. Working the middle, it's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Howell. Got his man on the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to power their way ahead. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Keeps it on the draw. And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back to pass. It's Howell. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it at the 20. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. They'll throw it from the red zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. That one could have helped out a bit there, guys, but still an 8-point game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to set the tone with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
To the air, it's Baker. Finds a man in the middle. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Oh, they're after him. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time he's got his man. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Baker. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. And the Cardinals send out the punt unit.
Number 17, on to punt and away.
All the way back to his 5-yard line. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Going deep. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wilson will throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gonna let it fly. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
The Cardinals trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee in this. We'll start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field is Houck. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Wolverines want to move quickly. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And there will be no return. As the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Unloads to the wideout. Snags it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
On the doorstep of cashing it, sneaks it in.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. They're going to run it. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game.
Well, he did a great job finding a crease on that 2-point play. He gets it in, and the offense comes away with 8 points on the drive.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wilson to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball. first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Keene.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
And the Cardinals come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. On target. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. So first down will open up the final period. They just keep firing. The quick out. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The Cardinals are marching down the field. Wilson will throw. Got it in the middle. It's Keene. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They'll go. Wants to go up top. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, if he doesn't drop it, there's 2 picks and 2 consecutive drives. He was in a great position to make another play, just couldn't secure the catch.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Never had a chance. One coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped hold as soon as he got it.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Houck. Here comes the heat. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's going for it all. He's got it on the outside.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll try it over the left side. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd down, going up top. He's going up top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They boot it away on 4th down. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down on the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Wilson to pass. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Cardinals with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man.
This just looks like a different quarterback at this point of the game. We've seen a little bit of up and down play from him so far, but right now, lights out on this 2-minute drive. 3 for 3 so far. He's got this offense humming.
And the Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. QB draw. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Cardinals kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Dropping back, it's Baker. Here's the pressure. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, no mystery here. Third in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. And these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And here in the fourth quarter, still all tied up, guys.
Well, the kicker was trying to put his team on the board and break this 0-0 tie. Just didn't have enough leg to get it there.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. Wants to throw. It's Houck. Under fire. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He unleashes a long one. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, fourth quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. They've got the ball in field goal range, David. Now it's just a matter of taking care of it.
And you've worked this all week. You know, take care of the football, get a few extra yards, Jesse. Make sure that clock obviously doesn't run out.
Yeah, lead the clock as much as you can and get the ball situated where your kicker likes to kick from, the center or one of the hashes.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Here comes the field goal unit. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. And he wins it from 40 yards out. That was fun. And it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in